time for the bell. How many options will you sell? Fire up your platform, get ready to enter. But first, let's get the mindset centered. Hey, let's go. We're not here to gamble, we're here to trade. We follow the plan, that's how we get paid. Testing, trading, have success. Find what works for you and forget the rest. Stats and probabilities is what we're about. Time to dismiss greed and doubt. Focus on the process, not the money. And the profits will flow like honey. Power Hour Live, let's start the show. Come on, trade hackers, get ready to go. 0-day options, time to make bank. Get locked and loaded, then be ready to blank. Hey!
Hey everyone, welcome to Power Hour Live on this November 4th pre-election Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. S&P down 5, NASDAQ down 8, Russell up 11, Dow down 220. Gold flat, silver slightly red, notes and bonds green, 10-year yield down 1.3%, oil up 3, natty gas up over 4. All the grains are green, euro and the pound a little bit green, Bitcoin down over 2%. VIX had our little normal Monday bump, but it is currently in the red compared to where it was Friday's close. 21.85. I made a lot of mistakes today, and I'm going to blame it on my lack of sleep last night. I fell asleep watching football at about 8 o'clock, woke up at about 11:30, stayed up till about 4:30, fell back asleep till about 6. So not ideal, but so my BIC trade, my first mistake was my BIC trades. I did not have my TAT and IB open, so my first tranches didn't fire. Open it up, manually fired a couple, and then let a couple others fire. I had a double stop on one of my price action BICs, so I just decided to shut down any new entries on those for the day. It didn't take much of a move to happen, but on my normal BICs, I'm up 1,300. I did a 1 DTE, started with a 3 lot, took one off to book some profits. These last couple, I'm letting ride to my 55% profit target, which if we can come down a little bit, stay steady, could happen. Otherwise, I'll close that one out end of day. Did an early Wooga. Today's not an up day, but it is Monday. Price action steady. So a little bit of discretion in taking this Wooga. Here's the early one. It's pretty centered. I did go 15 wide. I'm gonna be doing 10 or 15 wide just to kind of help avoid some strike conflict since I'm doing a couple tranches. But and then my second one, mistake number 2, was accidentally went 15 wide on the call side, 10 wide on the put side. And so that's what that was. It's kind of a wacky Wooga. I posted this in the Transformer channel. I did a bearish VRR and NDX when we had that big push down and then we bounced up to Friday's lows. I was looking for a potential continuation lower, but that didn't happen. Obviously, we kind of bounced and grinded up. So this one, as long as we stay under 20,100 in NDX, that'll be a scratch. Or of course, if we crash, I could still book profits, but that expires at the end of today. So I'll just let it expire unless I get in trouble to the upside or we potentially get some big downside action. That is it. I didn't do any. Oh, I took off my 3.5 from Friday for a small profit. Not sure that was necessarily worth the risk based on the buying power required, but it was profitable. So I'll take it. And then did not do any day trades this morning. So that is it. Chad, how's your day?
Yeah, a little bit better than I expected. TLC I did this morning in AM number 1 that hit 20% and then got stopped, but in that flush that we had. So in the flush, I was able to close some puts and book $1,050 on that trade, thanks to the long puts. I should have done a one DTE. I am a little bit apprehensive. I was a little apprehensive going into today with the election tomorrow. It turned out it would have been it would have hit 25 and 40%. Um, so, oh well. And then I did a lunchtime number one once the push down and then the little bounce started consolidating. Booked 20, 40, 60 and out on that one. And so up a little over $3,000 on two TLC trades. And I was going to do a power hour TLC trade because I liked price action. And then I chickened out and was like, let's just, when it's 10 wide or 15 wide and I think the expected move was like 12 points left. I just was like, let's just take this 3,065 I've gotten on two trades and wait till the selection's over because Power Hour in the last month has been a little dicey. So I am in an early Wooga and I am in a regular Wooga. The early Wooga is up 25% and the other one is up 13%.
Sounds like the Montana elk took your voice.
Man, my voice has been this. Okay, so my voice has been this way dating back to that high school football game, Royals, the Royals playoff games. Went to the doctor. He gave me medicine, gave me a steroid. Didn't work. So now I've been referred to an ear, nose, and throat, but that was over a week and a half ago, and I haven't heard. They haven't called me for an appointment, so I'm starting to get a little frustrated.
Gotcha.
This happens every fall.
Right. So let's see. Individual stocks. We got Plug is up 19%. They must have had earnings pre-market. 11. No, it did not. Their earnings is not till 11/12. But big bounce out of Plug Power. DJT trying to rebound a little bit after a late week sell-off last week. It's up 11%. Wayfair up 7, Twilio up 4, Piton up 4, Roku up 2.5, Coinbase up 1.5. On the red side, we've got Riot Blockchain down 3.5, Reddit down 2, Starbucks down 2, Tesla down 2, Amazon down 1, Meta down 1. Just a lot of back and forth action from what I saw. Moel, what do I think of PLTR? Palantir. So they are today after the market. I'm not going to play it. It's definitely tradable. It is a little bit cheaper stock than I like to play just because you have to do a bunch of contracts if you're going to do a butterfly. So your commissions are going to eat into it quite a bit, but just taking a quick glance. I mean, it's been pretty bullish, hit a new all-time high last week. I'd probably go bullish if I were to play it. Let me show you what I mean. So it's got an expected move of 5. It's currently trading at 41. So if you did kind of my typical, so you're It's $41. So let's say I'm going to do, if I wanted to put a risk of $500 in, I'd have to do 13, 14 contracts, four-legged spread. So, I mean, it's not terrible, but I think I'll sit this one out. I like playing the big Mag 7 type stocks for earnings just for fun, but I think I will pass.
So, Steve, did you get any hunting done in over the weekend?
I did. I went Saturday afternoon, took my son. There's a couple of decent bucks. I probably would have passed, but he's never shot one, so I gave him the green light. And my my range estimation was a little off. I kind of estimated that they were maybe 45 yards out, and he shot and missed.
Oh,
And we pasted. I just kind of pasted off when we went to go look for the arrow, and it was closer to 80, 85 for
oh my God.
the crossbow. So
Get yourself a rangefinder.
I know.
That's a good experience. Last night was my first time going this year, and passed probably 130-inch buck, not big enough. And there's about 5 minutes of light left, and I was like, "Yeah, it doesn't look like anything else is going to come out." Packed up my gear, had my bag and bow in my lap, had the arrow off it, and packed away. Here comes a big boy. Walked right out of off the ridge, walked right to me, and stood at 30 yards broadside.
Oh man, you just weren't ready.
I had packed everything up already. So I couldn't move. And I would have made noise, getting my arrow out of my quiver, and I had my bag sitting in my lap. I got video of it. It's the last time I do that. Pack up too early.
We also, before we saw the bucks on Saturday, we also were sitting there and four big Tom turkeys came trotting up,
Nice.
and they kind of started coming towards us, but then they bowed out too far away, and they kind of came around to the other side, and they were probably 15 yards away, but there was like trees and kind of the angle. We couldn't get an angle. So I was going to have him try for one of those as well, but couldn't quite get an angle on it.
A lot of good action. It's cool.
Last time I checked wind, it's kind of wide.
Yeah, it's always got wide bid ask.
Wow, not too bad.
Not too bad.
2-3 cents.
Oh wow. I don't know
the
that.
call side, about 10 cents on the put side.
That's still good.
Had a nice bull run, kind of in a little bit of a pullback. I'd probably go bullish on it as well. Finally, the big election tomorrow, my friends. And then FOMC on Thursday. Somebody had mentioned in the chat, let's see, who was that? Joseph T was asking about the diagonal, FOMC morning diagonal. And I hadn't really thought about it, but it's obviously FOMC is usually on Tuesday or Wednesday. And so we do an O2 DTE kind of double diagonal. But since it's on Thursday, it would be like an O5. So you'd be using the Monday options as your back options. And it's just not obviously something that falls in line with the back testing criteria. So I'm going to pass on that. As far as my normal FOMC iron condor and FOMC long strangle, we'll see how everything is. Yeah, I still may potentially trade those during FOMC, but we'll just kind of wait and see what happens in the next couple days. Could be a very exciting week. I plan to do some directional trading, mostly. I was looking at Polymarket earlier. It's kind of the biggest betting site. U.S. residents can't bet on the elections on here, but currently has, as far as the betting goes, 58% Trump, 42% Kamala to win. It was a little bit wider. It's really kind of come in the last week. It was closer to 65, 35, I saw at one point. And then there's some other cool stuff on here. I've been kind of watching. You can, people can bet on the Republicans to sweep, Democratic president, Republican Senate, Democrat House.
Jeez.
I'd probably be putting some action down if I could.
I'm surprised DraftKings hasn't stock just blown up with all the states legalizing betting nowadays.
Yep, that was on the Missouri ballot. I just voted on that.
Yeah.
Robinhood did come out with something that you can see if I can pull it up. Well, I can't find it now. It's basically a futures contract. So you can bet on either Kamala or Donald. And then it pays out. They're waiting until the inauguration January 7th before they, or January 8th before they pay out. Yeah, no, it's definitely not a reflection of anything. I mean, when I first started paying attention to the betting markets on the elections was during the Trump Hillary Clinton campaign. And I think going into the election, Hillary was at like 80%. It was like 80-20. Just where people are thinking. People are getting their action down. I'm not sure it would be any different if US people were allowed to bet or not, but early Wooga looking good. I'm taking half my Woogas off at 50%, by the way, today.
Yeah. I just took a third of mine off at 30%, or one contract. I did a 3-lot on the early Wooga. So I got 2 left.
Got in at 510 on the early one. I've got my order at 260. It's currently trading at 340-ish, 330.
VIX coming down to the lows of day.
At the money 20 butterfly. Going for around $1. I got shaken out of that price action BIC right around noon with that little ball pop and little dip and rip. Just happened right where I entered. It was exactly the wrong point to get stopped out, double stopped. And then of course, price hasn't moved since then. After I shut it down, I was like, nah, I'm done for the day. I know I haven't recorded a video yet, but I did post my November trade plan sheet in the trade plan channel. Not much has really changed from October, but I'll do kind of a recap with a couple thoughts, and then I'm going to update my calendar one too. I've got a few updates to talk about on that one, so I'll probably do that after the market closes today. And then I've been working on putting together my price action British Iron Condor videos. I've got most of it done. I'm just recording some different live trade scenarios just to kind of help clarify and explain things. So that'll be coming soon. Yeah, I did the monthly October trade results is in the performance and videos channel. I did that over the weekend.
You go on the Chiefs game tonight?
I am not. I'm going to watch that from my couch.
Don't want to get wet.
I just never planned on going. But yeah, I'm not sad about missing
Yeah,
live.
they're saying lightning delays and everything.
Oh yeah. I'll pass. I'm more of a fair weather fan these days, Chad.
Yeah, the older you get, the more I just don't want to deal with weather at games. Should be. Every time it should be, it seems like it isn't.
Seems like the over under 49, taking the under might be a good bet.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Tampa's kind of tough.
They score points.
They score points. I don't know if they'll score as much on our D, but they beat the Eagles. They beat Atlanta, I think. Or no. Well, I don't remember.
They have a really good tight end too, and we don't cover the tight end.
I think it's definitely not a gimme. I think the Chiefs are favored by 9. I don't think so. Opt for dollar. I just checked it and it was trading for $1. Yeah, it's $1.20. Maybe. I guess if we keep this price action up till the end of the day, it might be a little early. Starting to creep up. Yeah, I've weathered my fair share of icy, snowy, rainy games. It was no big deal back in the back in my 20s and 30s.
Yeah, it's a big deal now.
Back when we had the back when we had the Chiefs bus and the big tailgates. It was good. It was good period of my life. But then kids came along, ruined everything. Yep, could use a little bounce. The VXX, I was just looking for the nearest expiration after the election on that one. If we got another spike today, or even if we do tomorrow, I'm going to add, but I'm going to go out to the November, or excuse me, the December cycle with 46 days. Otherwise, I'll just keep what I've got. As long as VXX can stay under 67, we'll be fine. Lychee 101, I always post those in the options selling channel. I currently have 2 of them on. The most recent one is this one with 6 lots. It's up a little bit since I put it on. The other one I put on a while back. It's pretty close to break even. I don't know about a big day move, Chessmaster. It's just more if the price expands or contract, goes up or down, based on where your strikes are that you chose. Like for this one here, we want it below 47 because that's where our 40 long 47 put is. I like to put them on days when there's big volatility spikes, just so you benefit from the contraction. But we should see something happen here this week, one way or another. All right, here comes a little bounce. If we can get up to 25, should be able to get out of half of my early one. Early Wooga. About 40 minutes till the bell. 20 butterfly. Yeah, still staying pretty cheap. Well, it's kind of bouncing around. Seeing flashes of $1.40, but I think it's probably trading closer to $1.25, maybe. If that. We can stay between 15 and 35. Have a decent day with my Bix. Would have had a really nice day had I kept my normal tranches going. Wooga needs a little bounce. Just up to about 22 or 23 would do it. A little 2 or 3 point bounce. My wacky wooga just needs to sit there. There we go. Another couple points. Grab a drink. I will be right back. Just doesn't want to bounce. My one DTE profit target's at $6, currently trading at 760, 770.
There's a little bounce.
There's a little bounce.
I'm almost at 50%.
Yep. My profit target's at 260. It's trading at 280. $75. We almost got down to the lower expected move. I have it plotted at about 56.93. We got down to 56.96 and a half. No, it didn't quite bounce enough for me. Not quite enough. Still hanging around 20, and the 20 fly is still only trading for $1.20. They are holding it to the end. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, for anybody who is on the live stream chat, were you here when we had the active shooter in the building? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was a resident who lived on the 19th floor. And I don't know, apparently he's got some mental issues or something, but he was just decided it'd be a good idea to fire a couple guns, a 9mm handgun and an AR-15, just start firing shots off the balcony. Jesus. There was a police officer down below and that apparently saw him do it. called the front desk, and that's when, you guys heard my intercom come on saying, "This is an emergency. Do not leave. Do not leave your unit."
At least somebody got hurt.
Yeah, nobody was hurt. He got cuffed and stuffed pretty quick. I've got a neighbor who's a Kansas City detective, and so I texted him. I said, "Hey, were you involved in this situation?" He's like, "No, I was on my way, but they got him too quick." Yeah, do not annoy the neighbors. Don't act like that doesn't happen in the UK, Elliot. Well, I don't know what kind of mental issues he has, but I was talking to the guy at the front desk, and he was just like, "Yeah, the guy was always kind of amped up, like always, like." Well, first of all, he said he was drunk, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure he was drunk, and who knows what else." But he kind of had that meth or cocaine edge to him. Sounded like. Okay, SPX, that's enough. I need you to get back up where you were.
Yeah, I didn't need that move down.
Elliot, did you BIC today? I would assume you're doing pretty solid with this afternoon steady action. Yeah, we all have a little bit of mental issues, let's be honest. Hold, got the VIX creeping back up above 22. Don't want it to go much below 15 here. Just a nice bounce. Suck the premium out. Good bounce and suck.
Yeah, this is why I took off half. Or not a half. I took a third off at 20% or 30%. My Wooga.
I was not so fortunate. Didn't quite get to 50% on that little bounce. It was close. One DTE is nice and centered.
I wondered we'd have a little sell off. People getting out of stuff before the election.
Change my one DTE profit target to 50%. So need another buck to come out. Oh, come on. Where are you going?
Yeah, I kind of thought this might happen today. Power hour. This is why I didn't do a TLC power hour.
Where in the world are you going?
Lows of day, maybe.
Google is so close. Now he's so far away.
Yeah. I still had my my second one on. It was like up 30%. Now it's down 30%.
It's going to make the old butterflies cheap as well. Let's see what the 10 fly. And butterfly trading for $1.20 or less.
Man, bummer.
If we could stay above 10, I still have a shot at one pin in my BIX. Wooga, I need above 15 for both. 20 would be better.
Yep, same.
It's where we bounced at noon today. See if we can get another little bounce.
All right, now let's go about 10 points up.
Change my profit target on my one DTE to 725. It's trading at 760. 19 minutes to go. $15 butterfly trading for $1.20-ish. Back above 15. Let's go. $16.
What a wild wooga.
Beauty of Wooga, he can't get flushed out. One more green bar, just like that last one.
Yep. Ah, stay up there.
Keep your head up. Keep your legs on you. Get that VIX back down to lows of day. Above 16. Got a little over 5 minutes till MOC. It's gonna be a late entry for Mahomes, that's for sure.
Give us a big push up. Get up to 20. Go ahead and close my woogas. Don't trust it.
My early Wooga is currently a scratch. No real need to start putting my Mahomes flies in yet. It's only trading for $1.20, $1.30. I sometimes I'll set those somewhere if I'm trying to kind of determine what my potential probability of profit is or something like that, Moel, but usually I don't really use it much. If you unlock it, it'll just track where the current price is. Or if you lock it, you can kind of move it around wherever. Sometimes I'll just put it in the center just to use as a reference. Right under price slice, there's that little lock. And then you can, with this plus button on the same line as where it says price slices, you can add as many as you want. You know, so if I wanted to add a few more for different price levels to determine, you know, what the potential theta is, or the Greeks kind of uses as a reference. You can see if you move it around, the Greeks change. So that's just a good little theoretical analysis tool. MOC in 2 minutes. How about a little buy side action? Starting to see $1.30, $1.40 on the 15 fly. Got a 15 fly working. Here comes MOC. 1.1 billion sell side. So hopefully the market perceives that as a low sell number and goes up. It's my wishful thinking. Working the 10 and the 15. Just closed out my 1 DTE, filled at 750. It's trading right in between strikes. Back up to 13. 15 fly, still only trading for $1.50. Got to get to a strike. A little bounce into the close. What do you say? Chad, are you out?
I'm out of my early one. I'm still on my other one. It's just kind of right below the break even. So I could use a bounce too, but I'm out of my early Wooga.
I'm up to 15. The 15 fly trading for about $1.80. Ideally, we bounce to 15, fill our 15, and then go to 20.
Yeah, 15's right at my break even in my other Wooga.
5 minutes to go. Wrong way.
Ah, wrong way. Dang it.
Filling on the 10s, filled on the 10s. All right, now let's bounce to 20. Bot filled on the 10s as well. Need to move away from 10, preferably up. 3 minutes.
Last couple weeks holding my Woogas to the end to the bell have not paid off. Good decision on no TLC trade during power hour.
Need a move up into the close. We are at the 2-minute warning. At least 3 points away from 10 would be a winner for Mahomes. Thing's stuck on 10. One minute. Keep on going. A little higher. Up to 12. $15. A little late day surge.
Man, I think I'm gonna be that bad of a loser.
We can get up a little more. Big markup on the close. What do you think? Ding, ding, ding. 57. Oh, little markdown. 57.12.74. I thought I was going to mark above 13.
It was only a $296 loser for me, so that's good.
Yeah, not too bad. Mahomes will be just under a little loser. All right, all. That is a wrap for the day. Day trading live stream tomorrow. Chad will be streaming live in the morning, and then we'll be back for Power Hour. Everyone have a great day. Talk to you soon.